friends. Okay, so I'm going to show you some alternate projects with Paper Pumpkin, but first of all, starting off, this is the September kit, and I have lots of ideas for August, and I already posted about July, but I'm going to start with September, and I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so here's the September kit. It comes with 8 cards and then 8 treat boxes, and this is what it looks like, and cute little, it's embossed on the card. I did actually add, I cheated, and I added a little bit of washi tape from the Retired Affectionately Yours little kit package of washi tape, and I believe it's still on clearance, so you can still get that. But I thought the copper looked really nice, especially because the baker's twine included in the kit has copper, and you know, kind of looks cute with that gold. So that is the project if you make it as is in the kit, which is super cute. But I was thinking, oh no, they must have not done a Halloween kit this time. And I love their Halloween paper pumpkins. So you know what I did? I took this leaf and I just flipped it backwards so it's white. And I made my own. So there's my little Halloween ghosty. And I can't remember the name of the alphabet set that I used for that, but I love it. So I'll make sure I post it. This is just a piece of the Pick a Pattern Designer Series paper, which is on sale just until tonight. So it's the buy 3 get 1 free package, and it's my favorite sale because I love collecting the paper and sometimes using it. So make sure you stock up on those papers. It's select patterns, so it's not all the styles, but there's tons of good ones to choose from. So it was nice of them to not do all of them so that it could help me limit my list a little bit. So there's my little alternate Halloween one. Very cute. And then I'm going to show you another coordinating product with the paper pumpkin. And honestly, this is one of my favorite products. It coordinates with everything. Any project that you want to make, it just adds some dimension and some texture. And it doesn't have to add color, so that's nice if you want to keep it kind of simple instead of, you know, like kind of wild and crazy. But these are a few. I didn't use this one tonight, but I have a plan for a project that I'm going to post on my blog later. So you'll want to stay tuned for that one, that butterfly one. I don't know what it's called. So I'll list all the products. I am going to use this. Oops, it looks like I didn't clean it. Anyway, I'm going to use this. I don't know what it's called either, the forest one, tree branch, whatever it's called, and then this brick wall one. So I'm going to show you a couple projects with these. So add to your shopping list tonight embossing folders. They're not on sale right now, but if you need to bump it up to, I don't know, I like to add a few extra things just so that I feel like I'm getting my money's worth for the shipping. So anyway, add a few embossing folders, and that is one product that I never throw away or I never sell. Very rarely will I sell those because they don't take up much room. I just keep them in a little plastic box in my craft room. So, okay, the first card, what I did was I stamped on a piece of Whisper White, and I hope you can see the dimension. I ran it through the embossing folder after I had stamped. Oh, and I did want to show you this little trick, this fun trick. So I'm going to take this little one here. You can tell that I used it. So this stamp, actually, you can get 2 images. If you flip it over to the smooth side, that's what I did the background with. So that's the crushed curry here. And then I washed it, kind of, you can tell, and flipped it over. And to get the detail, I stamped that in cherry cobbler. So just to add a little bit of background to that. You can do it with almost all your stamps. The one thing is with that larger, pull that off, with that larger leaf, that's when the stem goes the opposite way. So you'll notice here, I just kind of covered that up. Or down here, I just cut it off. And I dropped it. And so it kind of, you know, changed my plan of the card, but that's the thing. You can just layer and embellish to cover that up. So this one was just a stamp, run through the embossing folder, and then you'll notice that this leaf right here is exactly the plan from the paper pumpkin. And then I just added a thanks from July's stamp set. Was that July? I'm trying to remember what August was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that was July. And then I just used that little label punch. So that's another thing that I love is the punches. So there's card 1. I hope you can see, there you can see the embossed tree trunks there. So there's card 1. Card 2, I'm going to show you first what I did. So I grabbed the embossing folder, and instead of stamping on the paper, I stamped on the embossing folder. And the side that you want to stamp on is the one where the trees go down. So right here, if you stamped, it would be on the trees. You don't want to do that one. You want to do on the space in between the trees. So you're just going to stamp right on there. So let's pretend stamp, stamp, stamp. And then you're going to put your cardstock in, close it up, run it through, and voila! When it comes out, look at that! Isn't that cool? So you have like the tree trunks, and then the background is the leaves falling like behind. And I know it's kind of ridiculous, that one's huge, but it just adds another layer without bulking your card up and adding another layer. So that's a fun technique. And then what I did for the almost finished card, I need to add a sentiment or something, I think, on this one. But I just added some of those pretty gold leaf stickers, and then the edge, this is smart, guys. I used the leftover edges of the sticker sheet. So that's just, I wanted to add a border, but I didn't want to use a whole gold foil sheet and hide it all with that. So I just used the sticker, and then you don't have to deal with messy adhesive trying to glue on that tiny little bit. So there's that fun technique to get that background behind the trees. And then the third card that I made with the Paper Pumpkin stamp set, and I messed up a little bit on one of the stamps. You can tell right there in the middle. I shouldn't point it out. I'm just going to hold it like this. You'll never know. So what I did is I used that brick wall embossing folder. And what you do is instead of stamping on the embossing folder, I just used, they're all in my other room, but I just used, you can use the sponge roller if you want, but I just used the circle sponge. Oh, I think I have some actually. Yes, right there. Okay. So I used these sponges, and I always cut them up into like 6, 7, 8 pieces, however many, and then you just kind of daub a little bit on the ink pad, and then add it to, let's see, which side did I do? I did this side, I think, the part where the bricks are going down, because that's going to be on your paper. So I just kind of sponged some ink on there, and my fall is like some of yours. It's not orange and yellow and red. It still has flowers and green leaves. So this one I used Berry Burst and Lemon Lime Twist. And then the card base, or actually I think I used this one, Sweet Sugar Plum, which is one of my favorite colors. Anyway, so I used that ink and Lemon Lime Twist, and I just kind of daubed it, sponge daubed it on there, and then ran that through. Oh, before you run it through, get a spritzer just with water, and then you just go spritz, 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 spritz. Not too much, but just a little bit. And then that just gives it a little bit more of a kind of washed effect. So run that through. And then once that's done, then you go ahead and stamp your leaves on top of that. And I use Lemon Lime Twist and Berry Burst. So a couple of those fun in colors. And then, yep, I love shaker cards. So you can tell this one has a lot of glitter, which is messy. I think I might just have to throw the glitter away. It's messy, and like if you get a little crack in the adhesive foam, whatever, strips, then it kind of leaks out there. So I tried to plug it up with some glue, but I don't know. So lucky person that gets this card, they're gonna think of me for days when they have glitter all over. Anyway, so you can kind of see that effect. Tap the glitter down. You can see that effect where it just kind of washed the ink, and when you spritz it, it just kind of makes like little dark spots, you know, kind of like an old vintage wall. So it's kind of a cool technique. And then stamp the leaves, and then I made this, oh darn, did I bring them down? I made this card and the sequins and everything inside. Sometimes I have leftover sequins from the Paper Pumpkin packs or kits, but I'm going to go grab them real quick to show you because it's a fun little trick. Don't tell anybody though. Okay, so where I got my sequins from is Dollar Tree. So sometimes they have these packs, and I don't remember. I think they have glitter in little tubes too. But yeah, I'm deciding that glitter's just too messy. Sequins are better. You get just as much bling, if not more, and it's less mess. So this pack of 6 different colors of sequins I got from Dollar Tree. This one I thought would be a fun, like, fall color pattern. Plus it has all those metallic colors. It'll be good anytime. So I got that one. And then I got a couple more blues and greens and pinks and purples. And they had this fun little box too. So it cost me $4 for all these sequins and the container. So Dollar Tree. And it's kind of a hit or miss. Sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. But that's what I used for the sequins in here. So fun. Anyway, there's a couple projects to use your stamp set.